So it is Thursday, May 25th, 2023, and I've just been thinking how important it is to talk about the sentient world simulation that we're all a part of. So when Elon Musk said that he believes that we are living in a computer simulation, or there's a great likelihood that we're living in a computer simulation, what I really think he means is that we're already a part of our own simulation. Not necessarily some alien life form, some other creature, but our own government has created a sentient world simulation which is a mirror image of the real world. Every country, every person is a part of this software. And that is the same software that is being used and abused that targeted individuals know as remote neural monitoring. This sentient world simulation and remote neural monitoring are two different modes of the same software. We've got the zoomed out view, almost like we're seeing in the city spectrum here. And then we've got literally seeing inside of a person's thoughts, and that's what remote neural monitoring is. And I am not the person that came up with these themes, because they're beyond any person that I've ever encountered in my life. And it's not only the fact that the theme is a thing, but it's the fact that our country has achieved this and has been doing it for years and did not tell anybody about it, except for the people that they need to man the system. And that number of people that they need to man the system, well, we're living in the generation that number changes, and changes dramatically. The need of the elites and the worker is changing. They do not need the working class anymore. The domestic terrorist watch list and the targeted individuals list have the same names. That's my theory, and that's also documented in the targeted justice lawsuit. That is a $1.3 billion lawsuit listing the FBI as the main antagonist for aligning all of this torture through the sentient world simulation, through directed energy attacks. The correlation to Project Bluebeam is there. The collusion and corruption between numerous different government affiliated businesses. On a brighter note, I made a shield that is working very well to block your brain and your ears and your head from voice to skull. And it also helps protect your body from assaults. It's a lot harder to protect your body from 360 degrees than it is to protect your head from voice to skull. So keep that in mind. The way I do it is I'll post this link to this video, or here's a picture of my video. I'll try to get a link in there also. What it consists of is it's no wiring at all needed. You don't have to do anything except for buy 2 radios. Now the reason why you need 2 of them is because you have to cross the antennas to create a different antenna. The way you buy it is a dipole antenna. It's just a single extendable antenna, and it's very fragile, so try not to break it. And what you're doing is you're creating a turnstile antenna, or at least one rung of a turnstile antenna. So that consists of an X, 2 X's stacked on top of each other. And the reason why it's an X, ironically for us targeted individuals, has to do with the waveform that's being transmitted at us. It's a cylindrical waveform. So if you look up a visual of a cylindrical waveform, or I'll try to slap one in the video here, what it consists of is a wave that's rotating down like a cylinder, like a drill bit would. So to intercept both the Y and the X axis of that wave, you have to have two conductive metal elements to do so. So those radios are working very well. It's Texan R9012. They're $18 a piece right now on Amazon. If you can find it any cheaper, then by all means boycott Amazon, because they're affiliated with this also. If you want to see how they are, you can watch the hour-long special from, or listen to the hour-long special from Justin Carter, aka Brian Coffran. He exposed this entire remote neural monitoring program. He's the first whistleblower that I've ever heard talk about that topic, so a lot of respect to that guy and much appreciation. That guy says that targeted individuals are heroes. Well, I think that guy's a hero, because he's actually talking about something that he didn't appreciate, or it didn't sit right with him. Appreciate is an understatement. It's something that he felt was evil, and he wanted to try to stop it, no matter what happens. So sometimes when you're trying to protect yourself, these attacks are very strong because these people are very mean. And in those cases, I still suggest the same thing, to cross the dipole antennas in an X. You're going to want to face the transmitting source with that X that you've created and get behind it. You can also make it better, or something I do personally to sleep, because my entire body's assaulted, is I get underneath 1, 2, even 3 layers of aluminum mesh window screen. The brand I use is Bright or Pfeiffer or something like that from Home Depot or Lowe's, but you can get an 8-foot roll that's 4 feet wide, which would cover most people I know, for about $10 to $12. So if you get one when you're able to, use that as shield for right now, but you need to touch it to the radio antenna, because that's what gets the charge off of your conductive screen. Now, when you touch a piece of metal, it doesn't make you an easier target for these people, not by any means, because they're already zapping through your house. So don't be afraid to try something to protect yourself. That's one of the manipulations these people do. And another thing, while you're facing the transmitter source, and if your transmitter source is unknown, just like on the Targeted Justice website, you should try to create a mental map or a physical map of your nearby cell towers. And when I say nearby, up to a mile away would be wise. Your cell towers, your microwave towers, and your panel antennas. So you see those flat things with wires coming into them on the side of buildings all over the place? Those are panel antennas. That's what a cell tower consists of. And also you have to acknowledge that satellites and drones are capable of doing this also. So I know that's a lot of information, and that's why so many people die from this, is because there's a constant bombardment happening. But the FBI has 3 whistleblowers right now that have exposed a lot of the abuse of power and how that domestic terrorist watch list is being used for evil. And I bet, and a lot of other people bet, there's $1 billion riding on it. All the people that are targeted, or at least enough people that are targeted, are on that watch list and were placed on that watch list for all the wrong reasons. Just to do an extension of MK Ultra, from my perspective, with electronic torture. So to end on a light note, in the meantime, you should have hope, and there is ways to protect yourself. This is a scientific attack. This is an electronic attack. This is a radio frequency attack. And I can guarantee all of those 3 things. I can guarantee everything that I said. And you wonder how they were able to aim it so well. Well, it's because of this fucking sentient world simulation. They're able to accurately predict the future with it, is what's happening. So yeah, a single human, they can easily pop them with radio frequency any which way they want to. So try to stay happy, try to stay positive, and invest the $40 in these 2 Texan radios. Do it right now. Okay, if you have really serious financial hardships falling on you right now, let me know and we can work something out to try to get this to you, because I swear to God it makes that much of a difference. I've been going through VTK for multiple years, and that was the first break I got from it. You know, I tried to hold my head or hold my breath underwater, doesn't work. But you know what does work is remembering that it's a radio frequency attack and it has to stimulate something in your inner ear or your brain for you to hear that. So if you try to block that frequency, you're going to have good luck. And there's a few different ways on my channel. Lately I've just been documenting the assaults because it's still ongoing. But if you go back to my early videos, the software-defined radio, you can try to listen in to their communication, and you can see on spectrum analyzers that there's a huge peak of power hitting you, and that's got their communication in it if you're experiencing microwave auditory effect. I bet on it. So stay positive, try these shields out, and leave some feedback, and like and subscribe, because I put a lot of work into this and trying to get the message out while I'm being blocked by illegal moderation. It's literally illegal. We're one of the only countries in the world that has the First Amendment in the Constitution, and we need to yell that shit. You need to yell it. This is illegal moderation, and this message needs to get out.